Hello all, this is Extremely Manpower. Right now I'm going to show you how I made an emblem for a friend of mine. The techniques I'll show you can be applied to any dirty, grungy type of art that you want to make in Photoshop. So let's get the formalities on their way. The font I used for this was found on defont.com. And you can find the URL here. Now I'll start with the letters because that's the most important and diverse part of the project. As you expand the size of the font, the edges and quality of the font begin to look pretty shabby. So we're going to select a small brush size and go along the edges of the interior and the outside of the letter. You're going to want to do this until the letter begins to look gritty. Be careful not to overuse the brush. You can add your own styling. For this project, I'm attempting to make the letters look muddy and crusted, so the grainage won't be too fine on the outside. I'm going to add a few coarse splatters and then begin the next layer. For the second layer, you'll want to add a bit of blur. You can do this by combining two brushes together and varying the opacity and the flow of the brush as you paint. And now I'm going to quickly show you the difference in quality as compared to the default font. After you have redefined the letters, you can begin adding color and shade, and this is something you'll have to figure out on your own. However, I will show you the settings I chose. Now we're going to add a very fine glaze, as I would call it, to the layer once the basic coloring and shade is selected. We'll again use a combination of small brushes and textures, which I've made using the default Photoshop brushes. Brush set I used can be found here. You can pause the video and look at the settings I used to create this grainy texture.